Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to another Ramble session. Okay, yeah. So I hope y'all had a great week last week and a wonderful weekend, and welcome. Glad you're here. And let's just go over what's been going on in my life. Okay, so I have been working. I have been working in my room. Actually, I don't really count it as working. I really count it as playing. So, yes. Yeah, but I've had a lot of time. So, let's see what happened last week. Okay, we had, oh my goodness, we had such a busy week. It was like every single day something was going on. And so, yeah, I mean, quite honestly, I didn't spend too much time in here during the week, but I did spend a lot of time in here over the weekend. So, let's see. I don't even know. It was just busy. We're having tenant issues, so we were down south quite a bit this past week, unfortunately. But on a good note, my husband did get his boat back from the painters, so we have a freshly painted boat, and I think it's just about ready to get into the water. So we'll see what happens. This week coming up, we have to go down south because the dock guys are going to be completely finishing up our docks. So that's exciting. My husband is very excited about that. And then what else? This weekend, my goodness, my husband had a burst of energy and he decided to mulch. Yes, we've never mulched in our lives. And we have some spots in our yard where that are bare, and the grass doesn't grow because of the shade or whatever. And of course, most normal people would say, oh, well, just plant a garden, right? Well, I can kill a fake plant, all right? So, yeah, no planting is being done in this area. So my husband, I mean, oh my goodness, he had to go out. Well, he's with my son right now, but he had to go out so far. Let me think, he's used 56 bags of mulch and he has to go get 30 more. Okay, yeah, but it is looking beautiful and he's doing a fabulous job. So yeah, this morning he and my son were going up to collect a weapon that my son had purchased. He is a weapons collector. And so, yeah, anyhow, on the way, when my son was on the way to our house, he called my husband and said, my tire is completely flat. So my husband had to go rescue him, help him change the tire and all that stuff. Then they had to take it to the tire place because now he has to get all new tires at blah, blah, blah. Good grief. So, yeah. So I've been actually working in here this morning. So let's just get started on what's been going on, okay? If you'll notice, I am now only working in 2 journals. Yay me! Yay me! Yes. Okay, so I finally finished my September and October 2019 daily journal, my creative daily journal. That is done and dusted, and it is on the shelf. And I spent all day yesterday filming 5 videos doing flip throughs through all of that. So you can look forward in the future on my channel to flip throughs of September and October of 2019. And then this is my November December book, which is kind of like it's not done, obviously, but I do have, let me just make sure. Okay. So in here, like, I do have my pages, ouch, done. Like, they're all decorated and whatnot, right? And then I have my tags in here and all that kind of stuff. So last night, this happens to be a piece of, what is it called? Dyed paper, Elizabeth. Come on. Think, use your brain. Using food coloring. Yes. Okay, food coloring. I do have a video of that on my channel as well, if you care to look at it, how I dye my papers. I do appreciate and enjoy a great coffee stain paper, but I am, if you couldn't tell, or if you haven't been on my channel before, I am a lover of color. So yeah, I stain my papers not with coffee or tea, but with food coloring. And it's the same exact process, super easy, not very quick, mind you, but I like the color. So anyway, so I think in all of this book here, let me see, in most of my November, nope, I have the pages decorated. Now I have to go through and either do the journaling or actually make the tags to put in to do the journaling, right? And then I've been working simultaneously in my December book, right? So I have some of these pages done, some aren't done. But if you remember, I showed last week, I'm just checking to make sure I don't have addresses. Did I just say last week? No. Last year, I had shown a video how I was going to be easily decorating my pages using magazine clippings, so that all I had to do was use these notepad papers that I have an abundance of to do my journaling, right? And also I made everything into a tuck spot or a pocket so that if I had any extra ephemera, I could just add it in along the way. So this, I would suspect and hope that it will be complete by the end of this week is what I'm hoping. I'm really, really hoping, because I just want to be done with 2019 already. And on the side here, I did put this cute little ornament that a girlfriend sent to me as a little dangle thing on the side. So that's super cute. And this is it, nearly finished. I just have to go back in and finish up the journaling. And I love it. It's super fat. But because I use the altered composition books and expanded the spine, even though it comes out a little bit thicker, when I tie it all together, it's, see, I could even squeeze it more. It's really sturdy, and I have really enjoyed these types of journals. And if you want to know how to make your very own, check the description box below, because there's a link there close to the top that has the playlist of how to make these types of journals from beginning to end. And you can use the process for any book that you are altering. Okay, so then working in that. So then I just have to say, and I have to pat myself on the back. Yes, I do, because I've been staying current in my journal for this year. Okay, now these were dictionaries that I purchased from Brooke. Same exact process, putting these books together. On these, I increased the spine to 1 3/4 inches. I did need a little bit more room, I have to admit. But same idea. They each hold 2 months. I have 2 sewn in signatures. And at the end of the year, I will have 6 of these beautiful, beautiful dictionaries altered to have my daily creative journaling inside. Okay, yeah. So I have been staying current, again, making sure. You'll see all of these in a flip. Okay, so this is, sorry for the glare. This is like how they look. Okay. So yeah, I'm super excited because I have literally stayed current. Like, it's crazy. I'm scaring myself. Okay. Again, you'll see all these in a flip through. I do put pictures of my journal pages, of course, on the groups that I belong to, like on Recreations by Brooke. Sorry for that glare. And I also put pictures on, where else? The Decorative Journaling Facebook group, and where else? Yeah, I also put them on my Instagram. So my Instagram is listed below, I do believe. If it's not, it's Never Hopeless 123. For now, I have it open. And yeah, so check me out there as well if you want to. Yeah, I've been posting my pages on there. And what I do for the Instagram is I just post, again, sorry if there's glare. Yeah, I post the page itself. Like, I don't share my journaling and all that kind of stuff. I do share all the aspects of what's in all the pockets and tucks and what's on the tags and all that in the journaling groups. But for the purposes of Instagram, I just, I just snap a picture of the page itself. So I have been having so much fun in this book, and I've been working in it every day, and I am loving it, loving it, loving it. Okay. Oh, I did want to show you and mention as well, because I just, I don't know if you remember, but a couple weeks ago, I was Brooke from Recreations by Brooke had a live. She does a live on, here it is here. She does a live every Thursday at, let me think, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And she was doing a 3-tiered pocket, right, in her planner, maybe. I can't remember. But she was doing this beautiful pocket that she had made, and she was inspired by Pam at the Paper Outpost. And I had never heard of Pam at the Paper Outpost. So I went on over to Pam at the Paper Outpost YouTube channel, and I absolutely adored what I saw. Okay. Seems like such a sweet lady. She has great energy. She's funny. She's not afraid to make a mistake. And so anyhow, I went ahead and subscribed. And another reason something else, I guess I should say, that really attracted me to subscribe to her channel is that when I'm watching a YouTube channel, I do scroll down to look at the comments. A lot of times I do that because if I have a question regarding the video and the content creator has already answered that question, I don't want to ask it again. So that's one of the reasons I look in the comments. The other reason is because I want to see if that content creator is actually replying to his or her comments. And for myself, that can make or break a subscription for me. So what I noticed about Pam at the Paper Outpost was that she literally replies to every single comment. Yeah. And I really appreciate that, especially being a content creator myself. I try very hard to reply to everyone's comment. I love your comments. Always leave me a comment. If you come over from somewhere else, like if you heard my name somewhere else, go ahead and mention, hey, came over from so-and-so, because I would of course be sure to check them out and all that jazz. It's just all a part of the YouTube family that I love so much in this journal and creativity and art community. And so I did this pocket and this was inspired by Pam at the Paper Outpost, and I loved it. It was so much fun. And then I was watching one of her videos, and she started up a Facebook group, and it's called The Paper Outpost, and I will put the link below. It's a private group, and it is growing by leaps and bounds, let me tell you what. And I can definitely see why, because she is quite the talented woman. So I wanted to put that in there, and I'll leave all the links below as well. So I'm excited for that new Facebook group. It'll be fun. And gleaning ideas from other people and just seeing, the creativity abounding. So yes, so check that out. And I really I have Brooke, my Brookie boo, I have her to thank for sending me over to Pam at the Paper Outpost. Without Brooke, I never would have, I don't think I ever would have heard of her. So yeah, make sure you check out Brooke from Recreations by Brooke. Her link is pretty much in every description box of mine because I love her so. So there's all of that. I wanted to put a plug in for the new Facebook group, The Paper Outpost by Pam. And I will show you what else I have been working on. I showed you last week, okay, that I was working on this. Whoops, let's get all this off. Okay, it is going to be a Boho journal that I'm giving away. And what I worked on just this morning was getting the 2 signatures in, okay? So this is what the book looks like, all right? It started out as an encyclopedia book. It is, let me think, 9 1/8 inches tall by 7 inches wide, okay? And I dyed some seam binding to put on the side, and it's like a boho-ish journal, okay? This is what the back looks like, the cover on the back. And then there's the front, and I showed you this last week. And somebody had asked me if I would be doing one of you lovely ladies asked me if I would be doing a tutorial. And I don't know. I'm on the fence about it because I do all of my books exactly the same, right? So if you go to the tutorial playlist, of how I make my daily creative journals, you can use that those tutorials to alter any book. It doesn't matter the size, the shape, the whatever. You can take that information and apply it to any book you want to alter. Now, that being said, okay, here are the two signatures that I put together, and I did this a little bit differently than I normally do. So now I'm thinking, I wonder, because I've got a few more of these that I do want to make. So I'm thinking, I wonder if I should do a video series from beginning to end of how I do this. I'm not really sure. Let me know in the comments. Okay. So 2 signatures go in my book. Now the recipient, obviously, they can use this journal any way they see fit. I make journals for myself in this fashion, and I use them for daily creative journaling. In other words, I create a journal page a day in chronological order, and each of my books holds 2 months. Okay, so I hope you can understand that. At the end of the year, I will have 6 books containing 12 months of the year, every day of my life for that year and what was going on. Okay, so in this book, I'm going to sew in these 2 signatures, and what I did here was, because the pages have to be 7 inches wide, all right? Let me see if I'm in frame. Okay, the pages have to be 7 inches wide, and I love this paper pack. It's called Storyteller. I showed it to you last week, and without a glare, hopefully, that's it. Okay, I got it at Michael's. The colors honestly caught my eye because they're all of my faves, and I had to pick it up. So, because they have to be 7 inches wide, and if you fold a 12 by 12, obviously, in half, you get only 6 inches, right? So what I do, and I'll show you with this one here, is I cut, this is from 12 by 12 pieces of scrapbook paper, so I cut it down to the height I need it, which in this case is the height of my book, which is 9 1/8 inches tall. So I cut the 2 pieces to 9 1/8 inch, and then I overlap them, right? So that I had 2 inches on the side, on this side. I hope I'm explaining this properly. I overlapped them, pulled this one out 2 inches, sewed down the top and the bottom, folded it. I scored it at 7 inches because that's the width of the pages, folded it in half, and now I have decorative paper for the front and the back. And the other thing that this does is it makes a pocket. So I have a pocket here in the front, and then this is plain, and then a pocket in the back, right? And then this is plain. So I decided to go ahead and make that like the cover, if you will, for the signature, okay? So each signature holds 8 pieces of paper folded in half. And when you do that, you get 32 surfaces to write on, okay? So a page per day in a month's time, all right? With one extra, one left over. Okay, so this is what I put in here. This is my food coloring dyed paper, blue. And then here's just some scrap paper from a planner thing. This is from a Molly and Rex journal here. Again, 8 pages, okay. Music, right? This is a botanical page. This is an index page from a book. Some of these I will have to go down and reinforce with washi tape, but that's no big deal. This is from a coloring book, an adult coloring book. Another piece of food color dyed paper, and that's the center of the signature. Again, I'll have to go through and reinforce the spine on this one right here, the center, with some washi tape. And if you're wondering, or maybe you're not, I'll tell you anyway. The pages that I put in the signatures are very plain, okay? They're very vanilla, or in this case, strawberry. They're plain. And the reason for that is because I use my pages as substrates, okay? I use them only as a substrate. Now, some people, of course, they might look at this page and maybe they want to color the paisleys or whatever. Maybe they want to add a pocket and put a tag in there. Maybe they want to just stick stickers on here and journal flat, more flat, right? But what I do, and nobody has to do it the way that I do it, this is the way that I choose to do it. But this, what I'm explaining is why my pages are very plain, because this is what I do to them, right? So on like this page, for instance, you can't even see the background page. You can't even see the substrate page, right? On this one here, let me see. If I take this stuff out, see, I put on the back of the plain paper, or the page itself, I glued a magazine clipping, right? And then I used another magazine clipping and made a pocket here. And then all of my journaling tags and whatnot go right into there, okay? So that's the reason why my pages in my journals to begin with are so plain, okay? Because I then decorate and put stuff right on top, glue things on the top or whatever. So that's what I'm doing with this one. And again, this is going to be given away. And so I have 2 signatures here. They're basically the same. I did the same exact thing here. We have the ledger, like ledger paper kind of stuff, dyed paper, Molly and Rex, music, floral, index, paisley, I'm sure, and another dyed paper. So they're exactly the same, 2 different signatures. And then what I will do as well is here are some of the cutoffs, right, of all the papers that I used. So what I will do before I give this out is, and this is what I do in my daily creative journals, and you'll see if you look at the tutorial. This is an ephemera holder, okay? It holds a lot of stuff. And, excuse me, what I do is I fill it with stuff and I put it in the center of the book temporarily. So I will wrap ribbon around this to put it in here, secure it temporarily. And the idea of the ephemera holder is to use the stuff that's in here to then decorate your pages, okay? So what I'll do is I'll have obviously not this one, I'll have a separate ephemera holder, but I'll put all of these cutoffs because these are the perfect size to use for tags. She can punch things out of them, whatever the case is, right? Use them in her book. And then in the end, the book will look like that, well, without all this junk hanging out at the top, but it'll look like this to start out with, right? So it'll have the ephemera holder in the center. It'll have, the 2, the 2 signatures sewn in and all that jazz. And yeah, and then it'll be ready to go for whatever she wants to do. So this is how it will go. I'll sew these in, like you do, right? So it'll be like that. Okay, so I had so much fun doing this, yeah. And so I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a few more. Yeah, there's some people on my list. And so, yeah, that's what I've been working on. And I'm not going to, just so you guys know, I don't decorate my journals ahead of time. That is for the recipient to do. So I am giving a plain journal for them to use their creativity and build a journal for themselves. Yeah, so I won't be having, I'll put a few things in, like a few handmade tags or a few handmade embellishments, things like that once I go shopping around my room. And I'll put some stuff in, maybe some washi tape cards, things that this person can use to decorate the journal once she gets it. But I'm not going to decorate it first, you know what I'm saying? Because that, to me, that's the fun of getting a journal, a blank journal, is that then you can go and decorate it, yourself. So that is what is going on. Yeah. So make sure that you, of course, check out my dear friend Brooke from Recreations by Brooke. Her link will be below. And check out... Brooke is the one that led me to Pam at the Paper Outpost, so check out Pam at the Paper Outpost, and I'll have all of the Facebook groups and all that kind of stuff listed below. And starting this week, I do believe on Wednesday, I will be starting my flip throughs back up again, so that's exciting. Look forward to that on the channel. Make sure you check out my Instagram, Never Hopeless 123. And yeah, I post my pages on there, my these things, my daily, my daily journaling pages. This is what they look like. Again, you can't even see the basic page, right? That's why I like using plain papers in my journals, because this is the fun part for me, is decorating them with all these things. This was a beautiful meme my tender-hearted husband sent me one day. Yeah, so at any rate, if there's anything, if you would like me to film a series of me putting another journal together step by step, I'm not making any promises, but I can try to do it, because, if I'm sitting in here working anyway, why not turn on the camera? Am I right? So if you're interested in that, leave me a comment down below. And yeah, okay, so I'm going to get busy and get working, and I will thank you so much for your time, and thank you for sharing it with me this morning, or this afternoon, or this evening, wherever you are in the world. Leave a comment below. I love comments. So yeah, come say hi. And yeah, that's about it. So have a great day. Have a great rest of your week, and I'll catch y'all real soon. Bye for now.